Alright guys, so we can now submit the contact form and the data does go in the database. Now what I want to do is create a new route and a new controller method to get the messages from the database and then output them, okay, into a route. So let's go into our messages controller and let's create a new function. So we'll say public function and we'll call this get messages. Okay, so in this get messages function, we're going to set a variable, and this is, you'll see how easy this is with Eloquent. So we'll say messages equals, and then the model, which is message, and then we can just do a double colon all. Okay, and that simple line is going to get all the messages from the database and put them into this variable. And all we need to do is return a view and then pass that data to the view. So we'll say return view messages. Okay, we're going to have to create that. And then to pass the data, we can just do with messages and then the actual data, which is in that variable messages. And that's that. So let's save it, and then we're going to create a new route. So let's go to routes web.php and we'll just copy that, and then let's see, right here we'll say messages. It's going to be a get request, and we want to set this. I'm just going to copy this actually. Alright, so then messages, okay, that's going to be get, and that's going to be set to messages controller and then get messages. Alright, we'll save that. And now let's go to our views folder and create a new file called messages.blade.php. I realize we already have a file with that name, but that's in the includes folder. Alright, now what I'll do here is just copy what we have in the home. Alright, and then we'll just change this to messages. And let's see, we'll get rid of that paragraph. And what we want to do is loop through the messages that are being passed in. So for that, let's first check to make sure there are any. So we'll do if, and then let's do count. Oops, that should have a money sign. It's a variable. If count messages is greater than 0, then we want to loop through with a for each. Okay, so we'll say for each messages as message. Okay, make sure you end that for each as well. Oops. Okay, and then in here what we'll do is display, let's do a UL, and I'm going to give it a class. I'm going to give it a class of list group, and then we're going to put some li tags with the class of list group item. And in here, we'll say name, and then we should be able to do message name. Alright, we'll do that for the other fields as well. So we'll copy that. And this one will be email. So that'll be message email. And then this one will be the actual message text. Alright, so let's save that, and then we're going to go to /messages, and there we go. We have John Doe's message and info as well as Mark Smith. So we're just about there. The last thing I want to do is I don't want to load the view from the routes file. That's not good practice right here. So we'll create controller methods for all of these, all three of them. So let's go to controllers, and we're going to create a new controller called pages controller. So let's go to our terminal here, and we'll say PHP artisan pages controller. Whoops, we have to do make controller as well. Alright, and that should actually be in uppercase. Alright, so that'll create that, and then what we'll do is we'll create a function here, so public function, and let's call it get home. Okay, and then all we want to do here is we just want to load the view. So the same thing we did in here, we can just return the view. Okay, and we'll do the same for the other two pages. So this one will be get about. That's going to load the about view, and then get contact. That'll load the contact. Okay, so now we'll go back to our routes. And instead of doing that, we're going to do what we've been doing down here and just use a controller method. So slash is going to go to pages controller, and then it's going to call get home. Alright, we'll do the same for about and contact. So this one will be slash about. And then this one will be slash contact, and that'll call the get contact method. Okay, so let's go ahead and reload, and we should get the same. Yep, good. Oh, you know what? One other thing I wanted to do is the active class for whatever page we're on. So let's go back. Let's go to the navbar include. All right, and then what we'll do is use the same logic we used for the showcase. We have the, where is it? Right here, request is. Okay, so we'll look at what route we're on and then put the active class depending on that. So let's go to the first LI here, and we'll say class equals. And for this, we're going to put in double underscore request double colon is, and then the route, which is going to be slash. Okay, if that is true, we're using shorthand syntax here. If that's true, then this class is going to be active. If it's not, then it's going to be blank. Okay, so we can use that for all of these. Okay, and then this one will be slash about, and then this one will be slash contact. So let's try that out. Okay, you can see it's highlighted. Go to about. That didn't work. Oh, I think we just need to remove the slash here on those two. There we go. Alright, so now that's working. So that's going to be it for this project, guys. I realized that this was kind of a lot for the first project. Usually I don't do, you know, work with the database and all that in the first project, but I think it gave you a pretty well-rounded look at Laravel. So, you know, in the coming projects, we're going to get more advanced, and we're going to do more stuff with databases and migrations and authentication and all that. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next project.